Imagine two apartments in the same city. Same neighborhood, same rent. In the first apartment lives someone earning $95,000 a year. There's a massive 75-inch TV on the wall, a $4,000 leather couch, closets packed with clothes, many still with the tags on, kitchen gadgets that have never been used. But every time this person checks their bank account, they feel anxiety because they're two missed paychecks away from a crisis. Now walk into the second apartment. This person earns $52,000 a year. The place is simple: a modest couch, a normal TV, a closet full of clothes that actually get worn. But this person checks their bank account with calm confidence. They have 18 months of expenses saved and invest 20% of every paycheck. Same city, same neighborhood, but the person earning almost half as much has 10x more financial security. Why? Because wealth isn't about income. It's about your relationship with stuff. The hidden cost of owning things. Most people think the cost of something is just the price on the receipt, but that's only the first cost. There's a second cost that most people never calculate. Every object you own also costs storage, maintenance, mental energy, and opportunity cost. Take something simple like a treadmill. It might cost $1,000 to buy, but it takes about 20 square feet of space. In many cities, housing costs $30 to $50 per square foot per year. That means you're effectively paying $600 to $1,000 per year just to store it. And that's before maintenance, or the fact that most treadmills become expensive clothing racks. The same thing happens with boats, motorcycles, hobby equipment, and countless other purchases. The purchase price is just the entry fee. The real cost continues as long as you own the item. Minimalists understand this. And because of that, they follow a set of money rules that quietly build wealth. Let's go through them. Rule 1. Calculate cost per use. Before buying anything, ask one simple question: how often will I actually use this? Then divide the price by that number. A $200 jacket worn twice costs $100 per wear, but a $400 jacket worn 200 times costs $2 per wear. The expensive item is actually the better deal. This calculation destroys impulse purchases almost instantly. A $300 kitchen gadget used twice a year costs $150 per use. Meanwhile, a $30 tool used every week costs less than 60 cents per use. Cost per use reveals what actually adds value and what doesn't. Rule 2. The replacement test. Walk through your home and ask yourself one question about each item. If this disappeared today, would I buy another one? Be honest. Would you replace that bread maker, that fondue set, those clothes you haven't worn in 2 years? Most people realize something shocking. A huge percentage of the things they own, they wouldn't buy again. Those items exist in your life through inertia, not intention. Minimalists remove those items, and something interesting happens when they do. Rooms feel bigger. Cleaning takes less time. Decisions become easier, because everything left has a purpose. Rule 3. Never upgrade out of boredom. One of the biggest wealth killers is upgrade culture. Your phone works perfectly, but the new one has a slightly better camera. Your TV works fine, but the new model is bigger. Your car runs perfectly, but the neighbor bought something newer. These upgrades feel harmless, but over decades, they destroy enormous amounts of wealth. Replacing phones every few years alone can cost $30K to $50K over a lifetime. Minimalists follow one rule: if it works, it stays. Boredom is not a reason to upgrade. Rooms feel bigger. Rule 4. Create friction for spending. Human behavior follows the path of least resistance. If spending is easy, you'll spend. If saving is easy, you'll save. Minimalists design their environment around this idea. They delete shopping apps, removed saved credit cards, unsubscribe from marketing emails, and use a 24-hour waiting rule before buying anything non-essential. At the same time, they automate saving. Money moves to investments automatically on payday. They never rely on willpower. They rely on systems. Rule 5. Count your possessions. This sounds strange until you try it. How many shirts do you own? People buy them, use them twice, then store them for years. Minimalists test interests first. They rent or borrow equipment before buying. If the hobby sticks, they buy exactly what they need. If it fades, they walk away without wasting thousands. Rule 7. Watch the lifestyle multiplier. Most purchases don't exist alone. They create entire ecosystems of expenses. A boat requires storage, maintenance, insurance, fuel, safety gear. A home gym requires flooring, mirrors, storage, renovations. A single purchase often multiplies into many additional costs. Minimalists calculate the full ecosystem cost before buying anything major. Rule 8. Define enough. This might be the most important rule. Many high earners never define what enough looks like. So every raise becomes a lifestyle upgrade. A bigger house, a nicer car, more expensive vacations. Income grows, but wealth doesn't. Minimalists decide in advance what is enough, what home is sufficient, what car meets their needs, what level of comfort actually makes them happy. Once they reach that point, additional income goes toward investments, not lifestyle. Rule 9. Measure wealth by freedom. Most people measure wealth by what they own. Minimalists measure wealth by what they can choose. Can you quit a toxic job? Take 6 months off? Move cities? Start a business? Those choices require financial margin, and margin only exists when spending stays far below income. Rule 10. Practice continuous decluttering. Most people try minimalism once. They purge everything, feel great, and then slowly accumulate again. Minimalists take a different approach. Instead of one huge purge, they do small, regular reviews. Weekly, monthly, quarterly. Removing a few items at a time prevents clutter from returning. Rule 11. The minimalism money cycle. Something powerful happens when you apply these rules. Spending less leads to saving more. Saving more creates security. Security reduces the emotional urge to spend, and reduced spending accelerates saving even further. This creates a powerful virtuous cycle. The opposite cycle also exists. Spend everything, feel insecure. Spend more, feel worse. The cycle continues until something breaks. Remember those 2 apartments from the beginning? The one belonging to the person earning $52,000 with 18 months of savings? That person didn't get there because of income. They got there because they understood something most people never learn. Owning less doesn't mean living worse. It means living intentionally. And intentional living creates something more valuable than possessions. It creates freedom. So the real question isn't how much you earn. The real question is this: do you want to own your possessions, or are you comfortable letting your possessions own you?